Hi everyone, I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our videos, please like and subscribe. Let me set this up for you. We all knew that Meghan calls the paps on herself. We knew this. Back in 2020, it was a lot harder to prove because we had the pandemic going on, we had the George Floyd thing going on, we had Megxit going on. There was just too many things happening in the world where we could just come out and call Meghan a huge liar. The people that suspected her.
Yeah, she was under our radar.
She wasn't under mine, but it wasn't to the point where I could just come out on Twitter with everything else going on in the world. I wasn't gonna come out and go, this woman is shady and she is lying and doing this just to provoke the Queen. Before the Oprah thing, they have to flee Canada because they can't get rid of the paparazzi there.
To help.
Meghan and Harry fled to Tyler Perry's property after paparazzi discovered them on Vancouver Island, Canada, where they were hiding out with baby Archie in 2019.
That's another one there. Paparazzi vehicle.
They had to flee Canada and run off to LA and stay at Tyler Perry's house because in Canada, they were getting bombarded by boats. Even though there was like paparazzi boats. Now, first
allegedly,
of all, Vancouver Island is I know it's an island, but like Vancouver's a big place. British Columbia is a big place, okay? Could have blended in, but obviously Meghan wanted people to know where she was. Meghan claimed there were like all these boats and then there was like one boat. And I'm sure she's the one that called them.
It was just a wreck. I was just crying.
So anyways, she had to flee British Columbia and go to LA where it's safe apparently. It's safe in LA from paparazzi. And America. America is so safe because we don't have our First Amendment rights there. We don't have something called the Freedom of Information Act there. Yeah. We don't have the laws that the paparazzi in Britain has made since Diana's death there. But it's so safe there.
We don't have TMZ there.
We don't have tabloids. No. We don't have anything in America. It is a safe haven for celebrities. Always has been, always will be, according to Meghan Markle. Hollywood.
He offered to help because he believed Meghan was being emotionally abused by the palace and British media.
This woman was abused. To use the institution to try and do all the things that a batterer would do, like, oh, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut off the money. We're gonna not leave you security. We're gonna do all those things to make you comply and come back.
So they moved to Tyler Perry's Beverly Hills mansion. They squat there for a while with Doria. I remember hearing stories like they had to put up a new fence. I remember hearing something about this fence, this privacy fence, and they kept having to put up like make it higher shades. Yeah. This is the interesting thing I found at the time I was watching the documentary. When Tyler Perry said,
and no one had seen an assault like this.
He's literally saying that there's tons of security, there's no way that this house could be penetrated, and he is dumbfounded how it even happened. He just can't believe it. Meghan and Harry must have magic dust in their pockets. Again, I'm laughing in the back of my head. Stephanie's laughing in the back of her head because we could totally tell that this is totally set up. Meghan's acting freaked out. She's like, look at the drones. Why can't they just leave us alone? Oh my God.
We want our privacy.
This video is going to haunt Tyler Perry for the rest of his life. And I'm going to make sure it haunts him for the rest of his life. And the only reason I'm going to do this is because, Tyler, I freaking loved you, man. Medea. Dude. I've seen all the movies, dude.
The soundtrack is so good.
Yeah, your movies are so great. I was such a fan of yours until you made the Lily's Godfather comment in the Netflix special.
I got off the phone, took it all in, then I called him back. I go, hold on a second. Does this mean we got to go over there and do all of that in the church with them and figure all that out? Because I don't want to do that.
It was so rude to insinuate that he would not feel safe or comfortable going to the UK and being around Harry's family. And the Queen was still alive at this time when he said it. So Tyler, you deserve this karma. She was in her late 90s, dude.
Was Prince Philip still alive?
It doesn't matter. He shows no respect. And this is another thing. He's just gonna take Meghan Markle's word?
I know, that's
How
crazy.
is this man a rich, successful businessman? I've always had such respect for Tyler Perry.
He took the pill. He took the Meghan pill.
He drank the Kool-Aid.
He did.
So then I'm watching Tom Bauer. And Tom Bauer straight up says...
It's been a busy night.
Well, because I always watch Dan Wooten before I go to bed. I watch that. I watch Majority Report. I watch Breakpoints. You know, I just watch all my shows. Tom Bauer, whatever he says is the gospel truth because he is a very well-respected barrister in the UK. He is meticulous about his research and he's never been sued. He's written books about Charles, everybody, and he's never been sued. Even though newspapers have been sued for doing things that they shouldn't have been doing like 20 years ago. But Tom Bauer has not. Now, Tom Bauer, out of everybody that's ever said anything about Meghan Markle, has been the most epic. He is like the OG of putting Meghan in her place, and he does not care what he says. So there is absolutely no way that this man is lying right now. So he's on Dan Wooten, and he's like...
When they arrived in America from Canada in 2021, they went to stay in Tyler Perry's compound in California, LA. And she complained about the drones flying over, looking for Archie. And in the Netflix series, she says, aren't they, these people are just terrible. What the lengths they'll go to invade our privacy. Well, Tom Sykes reveals today that he was tipped off about that drone attack, and that he got from the Los Angeles Police Department under FOIA a revelation that in fact Meghan tipped the police off, tipped the drone, the paparazzi off where she could be found. She wanted her privacy invaded, which to us now doesn't seem that shocking because we've seen them invading their own privacy for years now. But the idea that within days of arriving in America for their privacy, she was literally tipping off the paps where to find her.
There's a Radar Online article in 2022 about this writer for the Daily Beast named Tom Sykes. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle whined about photographers flying over their sprawling California mansion in the final drop of their Netflix documentary series. But what the outspoken royal renegades failed to disclose was that they leaked their own whereabouts to the tabloid media too. Radar Online has exclusively obtained a Freedom of Information request filed with Los Angeles Police Department in which a loyal reporter outed a spin doctor for the Sussexes as being a source of information. The spokesperson was later credited in the planted published report as a so-called friend. The royal scribe Tom Sykes from the Daily Beast sought information in 2020 from the LAPD about an incident where drones have flown as low as 20 feet above their property to snatch photographs of the couple and their young son, Archie. Now, the only picture that we have of Archie on that property is Doria pushing him barefoot in his little card train, whatever it is. When I saw that, I was like, okay, well, Doria's obviously in on this action too, because that was a plan.
A reason, yeah.
Now, what I think happened was Doria did this on the side without Meghan knowing, because that picture was later taken down. It was the only picture ever that was like kind of blurry. Yeah. And Meghan doesn't like blurry, weird pictures of Archie taken.
You really think she's not in on it though?
No, I don't think she was in on this because they did take it down. They did complain in the newspaper and they did take it down. This was the only one. She didn't ask him to take down the one of where she was allegedly carrying the fake doll in Canada. And she didn't ask to take the one down of her carrying him while she was allegedly pregnant with Lily on his way to school. Didn't ask to take any of those down. But for some reason, this one had to be taken down. So I personally think, this is my opinion, I think Doria on the sly was trying to get money of her own because Doria is shadier than Meghan. I think she sold the picture and Meghan was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is my operation.
Yeah.
Slow your roll.
Marcus
so that's what
Anderson.
that's what I think happened. And that's why I think the picture disappeared. Luckily, I have the picture, so it's not going away anytime soon. The article goes on to say a source told Sykes the couple had been coping with unimaginable levels of press intrusion at their temporary new home. As a result, the Daily Beast reported the pair intended to hire their own security team paid for by themselves.
AKA King Charles.
Yeah. Harry was recorded on the couple's home cameras declaring, "It's almost 5 in the morning. Archie's waking up because of this." So now, I mean, they use their kid. They're already using their kid.
That's how it works.
Markle was also heard saying, "Oh my God, they are just circling. What is wrong with these people?"
She's doing like those expressions.
What is wrong with these people? But Radar Online can reveal a spokesperson for the royal outcasts were the ones who spewed the stories to Sykes.
So Meghan was behind the drone.
So she's here. You got the Sussex squad feeling sorry for them. They're getting on our bums about being mean and bullying her when the whole time she markled you guys. She's like, "Oh my God, why are they doing this?" And the whole time she's making money off you guys. You guys are so...
I know she really is. She's
I mean, no,
it's a Kardashian.
I mean,
it's
this
like
is no. She's
Kardashian fans
she's
versus
worse.
Markle
She's
fans.
worse. The Sussex squad is worse than the Kardashian fans.
Yeah, because the Kardashians are mainly like bots.
Yeah, they're so much worse. The couple's team even provided Sykes with the address of Perry's 22-acre property on top of a hill in the exclusive Beverly Ridge Estates guarded gate community in order for him to verify their leak. He was like, "Look, I'm not lying. How else would I have Tyler Perry's address?" And then Tyler Perry is even saying, "Nobody knows that I live here."
And then he had
Wow.
he's got to plant trees now. He's got to like put up more security and more shades on his fence. He's gonna put a moat around the property and have crocodiles come in like Peter Pan.
That was next.
That was next.
That was next.
And then it was just, I mean, that was pretty much, because she's a princess.
Yeah,
and you have to protect the princess.
Aren't you gonna build a moat?
It was like freaking Super Mario Brothers over there, man.
While the cops told Sykes they would not provide any information as it violated privacy laws, the Freedom of Information request was logged per procedure. In doing so, it outed the reporter, who in turn ousted his source.
So what happened basically was she needed those drones in the video for Netflix. She called the paps basically to have them be background extras in the Netflix documentary. We had to see her freak out over something. It couldn't be that one boat.
Or the serious moped that had nobody on it.
It just, you have to have background extras, and they did it.
But they also needed PR. They also needed Tyler Perry to believe her story. At this time, she still wanted the UK to pay for her security. Mm-hmm. Security is expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
That moat.
Private security is probably costing them between $1 to $2 million a year. Security is very expensive, private security. So she wanted it free, and this was the way to do it. And this was a way to terrorize the Queen while she was alive.
And to make America feel sorry for her.
While flying drones over a home is illegal under California's anti-paparazzi laws, it's apparent the pair left a crucial detail out of the show. They engaged pitbull publicists to seed stories to favored media outlets, said royal author and commentator Dylan Howard. So the person that was leaking the stories to the media outlets obviously was like Sunshine Sachs.
Of course, they were still working with
Sunshine and then their other friends, probably Abigail Spencer has something to do with it. That's when they started leaking the things about, well, this is also racist abuse and trolling. Then those things came out. So again, this was 2020. People were a little weary about going into that territory.
A lot going on.
There was just so much going on. It just wasn't like, okay, like we all knew she was lying, but we just couldn't come out and say it. Meghan received racist death threats at the time of her wedding, so the terror threat is very real for them. Now, I remember this in 2020 when she said there was like a terror threat now out for them. I just remember all this now. It's all coming back to me now. There was never any proof.
I would still love to see where Archie was called the N-word. Because
He was never called the N-word.
No, I'm saying I would go after that person, but there is no person.
There was one columnist who ended up getting fired
Right, but yeah, and he was shunned.
He was
and that's
shunned,
great.
and that's great. We agree with
We
that.
agree
He
with
should
that.
have been
but
shunned.
I want to know who said the N-word.
No one ever said the N-word. No one's
Okay.
ever called Meghan the N-word. No one's ever
No, I'm saying they
insinuated
called
she's...
Archie.
No one's ever insinuated Archie
I just
is
don't
the
get
N-word.
it.
It doesn't make any sense. So I put this clip up on Twitter. This makes the Sussex squad go freaking crazy. Like, this set them off. There were people, troll bots coming out of nowhere. You know how much I love doing this. I will give a member of the Sussex squad $1,000 if they can tell me why Meghan and Harry sue newspapers for dumb shit that happened 20 years ago, but not Tom Bauer. Prove to me he's lying and the money is yours. Now, that post has been up since 9 p.m. last night. Do you think anyone has been able to produce any proof that Tom Bauer is lying about this, or Tom Sykes or Radar Online?
No. Yes, no, maybe?
No.
No. So you get to keep that $1,000. That's good.
Thank God.
Give it to a charity.
Now, that doesn't mean that they didn't try. Poor Saeed with his fake name and his fake profile picture. He has 14 followers. He, she, whatever, has 14 followers. And all the 14 followers in their bios say Sussex Squad Brazen Hussy.
Well, how do you talk back?
Well, this is why. He made a counteroffer.
Oh.
Tom Bauer say his source for that story is the Daily Beast. I will give you $1,000 if you can find me proof that the article of Meghan Markle leaking. Now, Tom Bauer...
I feel like we're in Vegas.
I know. Tom Bauer, if he had listened to the video, he never once said that the story was from the Daily Beast. He says Tom Sykes from the Daily Beast. So then I respond, I would totally make that bet with you, but you're using a fake picture and name, so much like your false idol Meghan, you can't be trusted. So I go, could you please donate the $1,000 to Layla's Heart Rescue? Thank you. And I put up the article. Saeed waited 3 hours and then he goes, Reach, isn't this from September 2022? Full video, Tom present the news as breaking from yesterday evening on the Beast. He never said that. Tom Bauer never said that in the video. But what do I know? I sometimes forget truth no longer matter. It's just entertainment. Now again, the Saeed is not a real person. It's a Meghan bot, whatever. So then I just went, this is my last tweet before I block you because you're wasting my time and you only have 14 followers who are all SS, which makes you not real. Tom Bauer doesn't lie. He never referred to a particular article. He had breaking news that Tom Sykes finally, after 2 years, received the Freedom of Information Act. That's all it was. That's all the thing was, okay? If I thought Saeed was real for a second, I wouldn't. I don't block real people, but I do block fake people. Now, again, these are the people that support Meghan and Harry. They never come to the table with any proof. And this is what makes me crazy. Like, you know that scene in Zoolander?
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
That's me on a daily basis with the Sussex squad. I got a lot yesterday from Sussex bots. Again, I gave them all chances to show me proof. This money's burning a hole in my pocket, but they obviously don't want it. This one's my favorite. I guess you are mad Harry didn't marry you.
Yeah.
An English rose. Now she calls me an English rose. I think she assumes that I'm British. Okay.
He's British.
He wanted to marry a black woman. And that makes your hateful, racist ass mad. Okay. Yeah, it's really obvious from last week in his testimony that he wanted to marry a black woman. Why else will you spew such hate? The Sussex have done nothing wrong.
It's just like bots.
So that one by far is my favorite one. I'm upset that Harry wanted to marry a black woman instead of me. This is the latest news. Just wanted to keep you guys.
Who's gonna tell Tyler?
Tyler should have been celebrating yesterday because he might have acquired BET, which makes him, in 21 years, the first black owner. In 21 years. So this should have been like a celebration day.
Tyler, if you're listening, can you bring back Girlfriends? Because we never got closure for that.
We never got closure
It
for
was
that
the
show.
I just want BET to run all of them, and then they need to come back because I have no clue what happened.
Yeah, and please don't cast Meghan Markle in anything.
Oh,
Actually, I don't think he's going to do it now.
No.
Yeah, Americans, man, we have the attention span of gnats. I mean, they lost us years ago. They're just not popular anymore. And unfortunately, we make We're the ones who make them money. She knew she had to get out of Britain because she wasn't going to get any money there. Layla's Heart and Rescue, I doubt, got their $1,000 from Saeed yesterday. We're going to feature them in today's video. They are having a GoFundMe page because they're moving right now. These guys are super legit. They do amazing work for animals. I'm going to put their GoFundMe link. I'm also going to put their donation link in the description below. If you can't give any love today, that's fine. But can you please, please, please share their GoFundMe page? Just email it to friends, because even if someone can give like $5, it does add up. We'll see you guys very soon.
Adopt a dog.
Adopt a dog. Bye.